Hey, Happy New Year! It's been a while, hasn't it? This is Sarah from the Serenity Reiki Clinic, and today I wanted to pull a couple cards to give us an idea of what we can expect to happen in January of 2018. Are you game? Are you ready to find out what energies and lessons are going to be floating around us in January? I'm so excited. I know it's January already. It's already the 2nd, and I'm a little bit late getting this up, but it's just been really crazy at the clinic, and better late than never, right? Okay, so let's dive right in. Oh, wait, first of all, I have to tell you, this is not medical or financial advice. What you do with this is totally up to you, okay? So what I've decided to do this month is to pull 3 random cards from the Soul Coaching Oracle deck and 1 card from the Ascended Master deck to kind of give us an overview of the other energies that's going to be going on. So let's see, what is the first card? Oh, believe. Very nice and very apropos for the beginning of a new year, isn't it? So if you've tuned in or you've happened in to watch this video, take this as your sign. To believe. Believe in yourself, believe things can change, believe things can get better, and believe in miracles. Basically, this is your sign. If you can dream it, it can happen. Belief in itself is something that is kind of a secret power of the universe, where if you can believe in something, accept it into your space, into your energy, then you can manifest it. If you can believe that it's going to happen or have faith that things will change and believe that things will get better, even though if you don't exactly know how, then you can really manifest miracles. And that's the way I take the meaning of this card is it's time to believe in yourself, believe that things will get better, and believe that you can manifest the changes or the good things and the good people into your life. Pulling this card as I did one of 4, I would say that one of the major themes for this month, January, is that self-belief and believe in the fact that things can change, that we can affect a positive change in our life. I think that's one of the big keys that people forget sometimes is if you want things to change, you have to be open to it, which means you have to believe that it could happen and you have to open up space in your life for these good things to come in. That's the other thing that people sometimes don't get. If you're trying to, say, invite good people into your life, like-minded people, maybe spiritual people into your life, then you have to make room for them. The same thing with a job, the same thing with a relationship. So remember that this month. And also remember that if things aren't going the way you'd like, maybe at school or in a relationship or at work, sit down, take some time and imagine how you'd like it to be. See it in your mind. Are things working out? Are you getting a promotion? Are you getting caught up on all your projects? Are you healing from an illness? Kind of imagine what you would like to see change and then believe that it's possible. Believe in miracles because it actually is possible. One of the other things too that's worth noting about this card is if you've had a trying past, and let's be honest, if you're over the age of 12, you probably have. There's been probably some things that have happened that were very trying and traumatic for you. And I am by no means dismissing or belittling anything that's happened to you in the past, but when we come from a place of trauma, if it's not completely healed, and it's really hard to do that, to heal a situation completely, then we bring forward a perception of that trauma and that negativity and those emotions, and that can be sometimes how we look at the world. So sometimes when these things happen to us, they cloud our perception and we tend to see the world a different way and believe that maybe we're not the kind of person that good things can happen to, that happens to somebody else. And so that's another thing with this card is to release your past beliefs about yourself. It's time to believe in yourself. If you believe that you're never going to get a good job or never find someone who's going to love you or never finish school, then chances are good you're not going to. You will attract that energy into your life, plus you will make decisions based on that belief that things are going downhill. So the main thing to do in a case like that is to pull back and look at the situation. And like I say, go back to imagining the best outcome and then be open to it. Believe that it can happen to you. You don't have to know the how or the why. That's not important. And that's really not important at all at this point. You just have to do the first step, which is believe it is possible, that change is possible, and that it will be a positive change for you. So if you're struggling right now with finances too, I know that it can be really hard to manifest when you're in scarcity and lack. I know, I've been there. But once you open yourself up and surrender basically to the universal flow, you clear that negativity and you clear that lack energy out of the way, and that allows the good things to flow into you, the abundance to flow into you. So believe that things will get better, that this is a pivotal month, which it is. If you tune into the astrology class, the full moon forecast for January, you know that this is a pivotal month for lots of things going on, and it's up to us to decide the direction it's going, if we want things to get better or if we want things to get worse. The power is really in our hands. If you could just believe how strong and powerful you really were, then you would never imagine anything negative again, and you would never let yourself get sucked down into doubt and worry. But I know that it's a really hard thing to do, to maintain a positive attitude, especially when you're being bombarded with negativity. So the secret is to believe in yourself. Believe that you can make things better and believe that you deserve better, and things will come to you based on that. The other thing that this card signifies when it turns up in a card reading or a card pull is life as usual, if you will, is over. Day to day, go through the routine, rat race kind of living is over. It's kind of like waking up from a dream. So this is going to be a month, I would say, where you're going to be presented opportunities, and it's up to you to make the decision that's best for you. So just because somebody presents you with an offer doesn't mean you have to take it, obviously. But be open and listen to the opportunities that the universe is going to give you this month. I bet you're going to be surprised. I'd love to hear your comments later on in the month on this video if this did happen and what kind of wild opportunities were presented to you. In doing the overview for the year, and I'm working on that. That class is not up yet, but I'm still working on it. It looks like this is going to be a very adventurous year for most people. Lots of travel, lots of opportunities, lots of moving around. And when those kind of things show up, that generally means what? Abundance, yeah? Because not only is it extra money to travel or change houses or something like that, or start a new career, start a new business, it's also an abundance of health, an abundance of time, and an abundance of self-confidence, an abundance of belief in self. So all those signs point to this being a very positive year. The affirmation for this powerful card is, the best is yet to come. So there's another auspicious sign for you. Okay, let's flip over the next card and see if it follows this trend or if it goes in another direction. Okay, and our next card is, our next card is surrender, which pretty much I don't have to say much about this because I talked about surrendering with the other card, didn't I? I couldn't have picked a better card to go with this one. So I would say we definitely have a theme happening in January. When you believe in yourself and get to a point where you know that things are going to work out because you have enough belief in yourself, you can surrender then. You can surrender to the universe and know that you're not alone. And the situations and the obstacles that you are facing will work out. Things will be okay. And it's also not up to you to always try and take care of every situation and every person you encounter. And it's really important, if you have issues with control, that letting go can heal that need to always be in control. The universe is fulfilling your request, and basically the universe has your back. That's the meaning of this card, that you just have to surrender. It can be a difficult situation to be in, knowing what obstacle you're supposed to push through to get to the other side, and what obstacle is put in your path, marking this is not the right option for you. So sometimes it's really difficult to know, yeah? So one of the best things you can do is surrender and then see what happens. Because if it was meant for you, it will come to you. And I don't mean to say a bunch of cliches here, but actually that's the best way to sum it up. Let's say, for example, that you feel you were meant to have a job in another country, but there's some obstacles standing in the way, and they're pretty big obstacles. Sometimes the best thing to do is surrender and not try and put all your emphasis on breaking through those obstacles or attempting to micromanage the entire situation. And just see what happens. And it could be the job is presented to you if it was indeed for you. And that's just one example of many that I can think of having to do with this. It's something that comes up a lot with clients. I think a lot of folks out there have control issues because we're taught, especially in America, that you have to be present and be in control 100% of the time. You must micromanage every detail of your life or it will go out of control and be chaotic, or else things are going to fall through the cracks. Pressures are put on us for us to control the situation, but in reality, we don't have control over anything. Control itself is an illusion. It's really a huge lesson to really get that and internalize that and know it. A lot of people talk about it, but you can tell they haven't internalized it because let's be honest, you don't have control over anything except for yourself. And for a lot of folks, that's a really, really tough lesson. When this card turns up in a card reading or a card pull, it's also a significant sign that you're not alone, that you have guides, you have angels, you have perhaps lost family members, ancestors that are looking over you and that have your back. You also probably have a support group of friends and family that you may be unaware of how much support they're trying to lend you, and they're there on the sidelines cheering you on, but you may not be aware of it at this time. That's the big thing. Surrender and know the universe has got your back. Your ancestors have got your back. Your angels are watching you. Your guides are watching you. Your friends and family are cheering you on. So why would you worry? Why worry at all, right? You got this. Okay, the affirmation for this card is, all is well. I surrender to my inner guidance. Okay, that's pretty powerful, isn't it? Okay, let's see what the third card and the final card from this deck is. And then we also will do the last card from the Ascended Master deck. Okay, and the third and final card from the Soul Coaching deck is, oh, that's a lovely card. Lovely, just lovely. Energy. This is a really auspicious card. This means basically vitality, health, healing, passion, all those great qualities that we want in life, right? It means that they're coming to you. They're expanding in your life. So how auspicious is that? Now, of course, if I was doing this in a personal reading for one person, it would depend on the placement of this card where it falls. But in doing it as a card pull, we have to look at the different situations and the different meanings. Another way of reading this card is your abilities to sense energy and do energy work are also expanding. So this is definitely a really positive card. The lesson behind this is when you hold back, when you repress your abilities and repress your feelings, you can experience kind of an energetic negative feedback, if you will. Your energy becomes drained from all the energy that you're expanding, trying to wear this mask and be someone else. And it also depletes your creative ability. It depletes your ability to actually experience life because you're not being authentic. You're not being yourself. And this can leave you feeling emotionally, physically, spiritually, and energetically drained because your spirit becomes drained from all the work you're doing to try and be somebody else or try and repress your feelings or your talents. So the big takeaway with this card is to stop trying to please everyone and stop denying yourself. If you strive to meet everyone's needs, everyone's expectations, everyone's idea of who and what you should be, then you're not living an authentic life. You're not being true to who you are. Once you let go of that need or desire to placate everyone else in the world and put yourself out there for who you really are and start living authentically, everything in your life's going to change. Your energy is going to expand. You're going to feel better. you're going to meet new people, you're going to have better interactions, better situations, better adventures. The whole direction of your life can change for the better, and you will find life much more rewarding because you are living authentically. So this is a really interesting card because when you group it with the other three, you see that we definitely have a theme going. Once we open up and believe in ourselves and know that miracles do happen, people do change, we can change the situation, and then surrender to the universe and know that we don't have to fix everything, every situation. Wow, our energy changes, which makes sense, right? Our energy changes, it ripples on out, and everything around us changes. So that positive change that you're looking for, that's you. This is a really good sign for the month of January, and January usually sets the tone for the entire year. So by looking at this, I would say, yes, you are the theme for this month. It's taking care of you, it's stepping into your authentic self, it's being who you're supposed to be. You can expect your abilities to grow, you can expect your love to grow, your healing powers to grow. You can look forward to feeling healthier and stronger this month. If you can get back on the road of being who you are meant to be, not trying to hide yourself or, as I said before, please everybody else and live up to somebody else's expectations of what you're supposed to be. So this is a really powerful reading when you look at these three cards together. It's a very positive reading too. So I would love to hear your thoughts on this and see if this applies to you. The affirmation for this powerful card is, healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. That's a very good affirmation to say daily. And that would be a very good one to say twice a day, actually, morning and night. Okay, final card we're going to draw from the Ascended Master deck. You may want to pause for just a moment and think of a question. Think of your own personal question right now that you'd like an answer to. And I'm going to pull this card in response to your question. Okay, so this card is Hina, and it is freedom. Basically, walk away. You have the power and you have the right to change the situation you're in. If things aren't working for you, then you can find a better way. You can find a better situation, whether this is a career, a relationship, a job that isn't working out, a living arrangement that isn't working out. I think for all of us from time to time in our lives, we forget how much power we do have over the situations around us. We get caught in that logical trap of, we must finish this dissertation, we must finish this project at work, we must stay until the kids, graduate college or whatever it may be, that we don't understand the toll it takes on us on an energetic level, a physical level, a soul level, in staying in a situation that is really just robbing us of our happiness or our peace of mind. You do have the ability to change the situation you're in, always. This card pretty much signifies that your soul is crying out for freedom. It's crying out for change. And even though you may be trying to logically say, this is the best situation to be in right now, and this is what you need to do, your soul is saying something else. And it's eating away at you. It's draining your energy. It's draining your power. You are craving freedom. Freedom on many levels right now. So, actually, when you look at it with the other cards, it kind of makes sense too. But I did this specifically for you. So whatever question you had in mind, here's your answer: freedom. Obviously, if you want more information or you want to go into a deeper reading, you need to book a personal reading with me or with someone else that you trust. Remember, you do have free choice. You can pick the correct road for you, and you can also change course at any time. This is a card reading based on where you are right now, which means this is a heads up. This is lessons that are coming your way, and this is an opportunity to either embrace those lessons or change the path you're on so you don't have to encounter those lessons. But if you stay the course that you're on, this is most likely what's going to happen. That's the way these card readings work. They're not meant to foretell the future per se, event by event. They're meant to give you a heads up, a forecast, and a little bit of guidance to see what areas need work during the next cycle. Okay, this has gone into a really long video and I need to get back to work. It was a lot of fun talking to you today. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this video or if you want me to talk more about stones or Reiki or record meditations or something completely different. Just let me know. Thanks for watching and I hope you found this helpful. Reiki blessings. Bye-bye. Stay tuned for the next video.